Songs that left my soul on the first summer day of a cool autumn year. We'll sing and we're through. The time's getting near and we'll flicker and we'll go. Don't tell us it's not our home. So on we go up the road. We know where to go. Shangle, it's our home. That's all we know. Singing up flags in the sky again. I think I feel alive again. Whoa. I pray the sun's gonna flow.
Okay, so welcome to another edition of the Belfast Podcast, and a very different edition of the Belfast Podcast. We have with us the Bounce Bros.
The Belfast Bounce Boys.
The Belfast Bounce Boys. I'm not sure if they can actually bounce.
Will you try?
No, definitely the Bounce Boys. So we have the Belfast Grime Man and John Quake, aka the Predator. Not the ones that they're out getting hunted, okay? He's a nice predator like the film sort of thing. So thank you very much for joining us today, guys.
You're very welcome. Alright, they're on. Good to be here.
What's it like having the tune of Protestant Christmas?
I've done so well like that. It's good. We're fucking super happy with it, like. You know, it's done really well. Done well. Yeah. Like overall platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. It's just see with everyone using the sound. It's up there like near enough 10 million views with everyone using the sound. Like
that's insane.
People using the sound get more views on their video than the one we put up.
That's actually funny. But see when he put the video up, when some people have shared it and got like 500,000 views more than
and then
you actually got.
Our Hands Across the Water page got 1.6 million on Facebook.
Yeah, true.
That's the same. The brilliant thing is it's all independent.
Yeah,
it's all you guys.
Yeah.
And no gimp behind the scenes telling you what to do, what to say. So, first question to the Grime Man himself. What got you into this?
In the rapping?
Yeah.
I started just before COVID, and it was in parties and shit. And you're on it, you know. you're on the rim, and you're at a party, and you thought, I'll do a wee rap, you know. And people started going, you should put them up. You should put them up. And I put a couple up on Facebook, like. It was before I had Instagram, before TikTok was a thing. And I got a good traction, and then I done one, a mental health one. And it blew up, and then during COVID, it just went flat out. Got my page up to 60,000 followers, or 55,000 followers, and I lost it. Lost the Facebook page.
Why is it losing?
I had to stop her, mate.
You weren't in the helicopter or on live or something?
God, this person just stopped me, and she was sending like pictures of my kids and all to all my family members. So I took my normal account.
That's intense.
That's the first I've actually spoke about this. I took my first
exclusive.
I took my normal Facebook account down.
Yeah, that's right.
But the fan page are linked to them, and when I took the account down,
you lost it.
I lost the page.
Did you deactivate it or delete it?
I deactivated the account for a week, and it took my page away. And
was it your personal thing that was deactivated, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it took both away. And it wasn't until last year, like fucking 5 years later, my wee sister was like, I can get your page back. And I was like, I got it back, but I have a new page, the one I use now. And I was just like, you know what, and delete it, because I put so much work into this new one, and it's the traction it was getting. I was like, there's no point fucking going back, so just get rid of it again. So if one's sitting there, like I can activate anytime, get all my old videos and all.
But you really blew up over COVID, because
COVID.
I remember seeing many videos of you sitting in a car just going fucking wax lyrical.
Oh, the M&M one, we can do too.
How did that come about? Just bored out off your tits and thinking?
Mate, that's what it was, bro. See, during COVID, like there's no shops open, there was no fucking, you couldn't, no life. All you were doing was sitting in the house.
It really made you reevaluate a lot of stuff.
It actually boosted my career as a rapper. Like I was able to put so much time into it, and like I learned myself how to fucking like write the lyrics the way I do, because I was just sitting there for so long. And then this guy here,
you mean notepad?
He bought me my first notepad to write the rap.
That's right.
He was the first person ever rapped on.
He thought he was trying to groom you, didn't he?
But
sorry,
he's my bro. He's the first one ever put me on Tell Him Make, and then from that I got on to your mates. Show your best mate.
Big Nolan.
Big Nolly Foley.
Aye, yes. He's a good lad, like.
Right.
Top notch fella, definitely no super injunctions or anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like Davy doesn't go to Las Vegas and get bummed. But so, John, you have been producing music now for how many years?
For 2 decades.
20
years. So I started off when my mum died, actually, using Sony Acid Pro.
Okay.
And I remember bringing the friends into the house. Big shout out to Gareth. He was the first one we ever listened to, one of the first tunes. I did a remix of Adagio for strings. It's a shame, like.
Well, here you have to start somewhere.
Sony Acid Pro was a very, very difficult program, and then I fell in with FL Studio. But a lot of it came from when I lost my mum, and I was trying to fill my brain with different stuff. So I took up pool and was trying to really go hard at pool. And then I took up snooker and then started playing darts. I know it sounds silly, but you do things like that after things like that to try and occupy your head. And I was very young, I was only 11. And then about 2 years later, that's when I discovered Sony Acid Pro. But I was making music.
So 13?
13.
That's fast.
Right around 13. But if any of you remember,
the best in the scene.
Appreciate it, bro. But if any of you remember, there was an old PlayStation game called Music 2000.
You were telling me about that, right?
And that was the first thing I ever used. There was a sound on it called Eerie 1.
Right, okay.
And it was the first time I actually heard trance.
He produced music on PS1.
I know.
Fuck.
And I was like, what the fuck? I've
It was a game, you see?
never heard anything like it.
I think we made it to a minute without cursing, so we'll be monetizing YouTube. Sweet. I think so. That's just we can go and say.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
So,
the roly-poly bit, man.
You produced your first track on PlayStation.
I've produced my very first track on the PlayStation. It wasn't great, but that's where I delved into a real interest for it now.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was
But
Acid Pro.
I didn't really go hard at it until I got Acid Pro on it, and my dad, big shout out to Tommy, he bought me Acid Pro. Now Acid Pro, it's a music program. So it is. And I started using that, and then I started to really work out. And then I fell in with Fruity Loops.
Right.
And found it was so much more easier to use it.
It's the best software, in my opinion, like, for producing it.
The name of the software is
FL Studio. But just so you know, one of the main reasons why I switched to it, a lot of the DJs back in the day were using it, but the one DJ who really springs to mind who was the absolute keen on it was Bass Hunter.
Bass Hunter.
Yeah.
Alavici.
Yeah.
Both of them used
Shout out Bass Hunter.
FL Studio. Yes, shout out to Bass Hunter.
So,
bit of inspiration.
what age did you get like your first like bit of traction? As in like recognition or a track?
Myself?
Yeah.
Well, I sang the very first track to a place called Vactiva Evolutions. Big shout out to Thomas. That was the very first track I ever sang, and it did actually reasonably well. I'd sent it out to a lot of big labels like Armada and that there, but there was never ever any comeback on it. But that was my very first track. It's on YouTube if you want to listen to it. But the track was called the Time of the Songs. Don't know why I called it that.
This is not Buckfast.
But
Buck Slow.
Buck Slow.
that was
That's the wife.
That was the first track. That was the first track I made. So it was, and then ever since then, any track I do now, I always try to make it better and better and better. And then when I started tying in with Grime Man, at least 8 years ago, when you were just starting, I really started to put my head down on it.
I have a really important question for you because I've seen your face on your ride. So when you'd ride him in the battle sort of. Why the mask, big man?
Right. So the mask has a reason.
I like to think so.
I'm not too prone to wanting to be very famous.
Okay.
I like to keep my personal life and my party life completely separate. And he knows this. So John Quake can be famous, but the person under the mask can have a normal life.
Yeah.
And that's the way I look at it. The other reason behind the mask is, if you ever remember the movie John Quake, Denzel Washington.
I've heard of it. I haven't actually watched it.
John Q.
Love it.
So his son obviously was taken into hospital, and he held the hospital ransom until they give him a heart transplant.
My son took a heart.
But the reason why I wear the mask and the way I have a persona to that is that he did anything to get what he needed.
Yeah.
And that's the inspiration I have, and the inspiration I have with this lad here as well.
So you used to have a commonality, both lost. You really left the cunt hanging there, folk. So
trying to see something.
both have a common thing too. You both lost your mother.
I say, I mean, that's why I done the own show, To be honest with you, like I don't really agree with anything
What
to do
is
with
it you
Nolan.
lose
You
your
see, like Nolan was actually before I was on the Nolan show, he was running around like
chasing
people
COVID.
with masks on in garages, as you know.
He wasn't running, that's the honest.
BBC is going to hit me because they already hit me. By the way,
Fuck BBC.
Cunts. Doesn't matter where past the minute, I could say cunts, can't I?
Yes, fuck the BBC.
So I actually did a diss track about him. Never spoke about this. He's going to see us and be like, I'm raging. I put him on my show. Probably took
He's
down
now
off
probably
the
having a
BBC.
fucking wank to it.
So done a diss track about that, and then they asked me to come on and do the Nolan show. I was like, asked me to come on and do the Nolan show. My mate was like, mate, don't even do that.
Yeah, it's a setup.
My mate was like, just go down and they'll think they're doing the story rap. But he said, just do the diss track on BBC Live. And I was like,
That would have been smashing.
But he would have clicked on, just hit stop. But the way it was my mum's story, mate. It was a story of me growing up about her passing away. And the way I looked at it, I was like, I have an opportunity here to get my music played, my song played, and get her story heard. And 6 million people were watching it because it was during a time where there was no one even allowed to be in the studio with the place.
Yeah.
So it was all, everyone was in the house watching TV because it was during COVID. So
Some eyes on you at that point.
it was good, like, but that's
See,
why
your
I
music?
did that.
Like I've only, like genuinely without being rude, like I've only listened to it recently, right?
But you said earlier you first heard it from COVID.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
but like in between
That's
times,
you know
I've been
why it is because when I lost my page,
you sort of lost your presence.
I stopped making music for 3 years until my nephew passed. My nephew passed of cancer at 9 road 2 days before he died. He was like, please start making music again, Uncle Pablo.
Well, it makes sense on what I was going to say because all the music that I've listened to so far of yours is not just like talking shit. You're actually, it's meaningful.
Yeah.
And there's a story and it's like what you would have used to call conscious rap, you know what I mean?
100%.
There's a,
He's extremely fucking talented, like, you know.
And intelligent,
Seeing the
clearly,
studio,
because
he's brilliant, like.
to wordplay and to bring things around and to do the stuff you do over beats is insane, absolutely insane.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Sometimes I actually listen back to my own music, the storytelling raps, and like,
You're your own worst critic. Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know, it just comes to me. It just comes to you.
It's class, like that Sons of the Shangle song is class. I listened to a few other tracks.
Thank you very
I
much.
listened to the one on Nolan Live and that, you know,
It's a
all
twist at
joking
the
aside, probably the best song you could have picked because like you were leaving yourself raw there live on, like authenticity
Yeah.
was hanging out of you. So
Yeah.
that's the best promotion anyone can get.
And it was no studio recorded or nothing on that. No show, it was just me with a mic.
See, you're-
So I was like,
you're song,
if you
but-
mess up, if you like fuck up a word,
You just had to get on with
you
it.
had to get on with it. And luckily enough, I didn't. There was
No.
one bit near at the end where I near cried.
Yeah.
You could hear my voice, but I just pushed through. You know,
So, what age were you when you lost your mum?
9.
Oh, you were 11.
11.
So, like, clearly a very, very
A lot of Colin broke
serious comment, like
both died of cancer as well.
the bond you have, like, is pretty clear to see. And I've only
100%.
met you for the first time today, like, and you're definitely my kind of people, like.
You're our kind of people too.
So, obviously making music, went on the Nolan show. You lost your page in 2020, so it seems to be that you, without being rude, like trauma seems to bring out the best in you.
Big time, bro. Big time. Like, see if you like the one from my mum. After this podcast, we'll type in YouTube, Dear God, by Belfast Grime Man. I ask questions that every human being asks, that they're scared to ask.
Yeah.
I ask the questions. You know, I ask, why is there so much famine when there's so much to eat? Children dying every day. God, tell me, please. I know you're real, but these books are getting hard to believe. They're like a sick, twisted game, and
It
we
is a
can't
sick,
ever be
twisted
free.
game.
And then it goes, why did you make temptation and forbid them to eat? Kind of like addiction today, so many men feed. These drugs, they make us happy. These drugs, they make us weak. But when we're smoking on some cannabis, them drugs, they help us see. If you're a day in front of evil, you're closer to hell. Take the O out of good, and you can see what it spells.
That's right.
Well, there's the intelligence on display right there, do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? Like,
There's
And
not...
that was obviously rude because I was in a dark time in my mind, and I wasn't me going, I'm going to make us rap, Dear God, and do this.
But I think
That's how
some
I was
people-
feeling. That was the questions I was asking me.
I think some
It is
people
a question
go
you ask when
into
you lost
dark
someone like that.
places and they've no outlet and they've no ability or whatever to to get out of it, and you guys clearly have had an outlet, which is fantastic to see. You know, you've had your music production, you've had your rap, and bringing out the gallery's clearly been a banger. So let's get into Predator's childhood. Big T sounds like quite the inspiration. So tell us, like, what was childhood like?
Childhood was good, mate. We had a caravan, fucking me.
Probably by the sea. Probably shankled by the sea.
Well, funny you're saying that. There, my wee niece, our page, she'll love that, by the way. She had to write like a poem about what she does at the summer holidays.
What the fuck of yours is more alcohol than mine?
I said here, she was writing a poem. I say, I like to go to Donegal, shankled by the sea. So she loved it. No, childhood was fantastic for me, mate. You know, my mother and father are a very, very close couple, you know, and
same with myself.
Yep. Shangle born and bred both.
No, well, I was born in Ballystone.
Okay, so
born in Ballystone. He was born obviously in Shangle.
I wasn't. I grew up in the Shore Road.
Oh yes,
as a kid. Because my mum was from. I know it's from White City, so my
fucking half a
but my dad, no, but my dad, my dad's whole side of the family's all Shankill, and my mum's side of the family was more Shore Road. So I lived in Shore Road a couple of years at the start of my life, and then moved to the Shankill when she passed. But the whole time when she was alive, my dad always had a house in the Shankill, and we used to go up and stay there too. So I was in the Shankill as well as there, you know. Buckenberg Street.
When you were saying there, see, whenever I was younger, when we went to Donegal, believe it or not, there was a fella down there who used to DJ in the Malay amusement park. The amusement
well, it's dead now, but I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Do you remember that? I used to
back in the day.
I used to stand and be mesmerised about this guy, whatever he was bloody doing, changing music, the waltzers. And he used to bring me in, and he did the actual, techniques, like turntables.
Proper old school.
And he was playing all the happy hardcore stuff, like doing hardcore vibes and all that. And
trying to get me to be a waltzer MC.
I remember all that stuff growing up, and that was sort of pushing me on towards music. But my family's very musical orientated. Like my uncle Sammy, who's no longer with us, he used to be in a show band, and his name used to be Gary Wayne.
Okay.
So he used to do a lot of singing as well. But music runs through our family. My dad was a singer as well.
Do you know how I got?
So pretty good. Like,
I'm going to say something here that nobody knew about me. Never spoke about this anyone. People say, "How are you so good at writing raps?" I was always into poetry as a kid.
Nice, yeah.
Do you know why? My grandmother, God rest her soul, my granny Peggy, she constantly wrote poems. Even at her funeral, like her own poem was read out and all. But she used to read them to me. Like, what do you think of that song? And I was like, that's brilliant. But she wouldn't have read them to anyone else, just me. She read them to me all the time, and she was like, I don't think it's good. I was like, Granny, you should get that published.
It blows your mind, doesn't it, whenever you hear
and
something?
she never ever did. And I actually was sitting with my dad all day. I was like, that's clearly where I get the wordsmith from her. I actually got her poem that she wrote.
You see the form,
and I was able to rap her poem on a beat.
But that's the difference. You see, poetry format, like, nobody really gives a fuck about someone's personal experience until it's put into an entertainment format.
100%.
Like, if she had published that, like, you and 20 other people may have bought it, but if you rapped on a song and it sounds like fucking.
I'm so happy she didn't, because I feel like
that's yours.
Pleasure or blessed that I was the only one to ever get to hear her poems, and they were
what were they about?
Just about our life, man. Our childhood, they were beautiful poems. Like you would have went. Our wordplay was like, see when you have wordplay.
Yeah.
My granny's poems always had like twists at the end. It was always she was so good at wordplay. Man, it was unbelievably like. That's where I think that's what sparked it in my mind when I was a kid, listening to her wordplay. I was like. So when I started rapping, I was like, I'm going to do my raps the way my granny wrote her poems. I'm going to have a twist. Like, at the end of her poems, you were always like, whoa, that was about you. That story that you were writing about a girl it ended up the girl was you at the end, so that's why that song, the Nolan Show, I'm like, at the very end, the whole story's about a boy losing his mum to cancer, and then at the end, I'm like, the boy's me.
It's the same thing with me when I'm making music. See, when I'm making music, I don't usually sit. Now we would sit on a Monday night and try and put our stuff together for Belfast Bounce Boys.
Yeah.
But see, when I'm making my own stuff, I don't do it until I'm feeling emotionally sad.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, like, see, when I'm feeling like, fuck life.
That's a dangerous thing, though, isn't it? Like, you need.
I need that to be outlet, though. So when I feel that, I get up and then I'll start writing melodies and putting things together. And by the time it runs around, I've made something like, and he's like,
I made that.
I was listening to some of the stuff on the page, was it?
Yeah, big shout out to EML.
EML records, and honestly, like some of the beats on there are fucking phenomenal. Like,
Yeah, the boys on there are really good. Some of
Let's talk about something else. You're coming up as a lyricist, bro.
apparently so. Yeah.
That's it.
I have been releasing I'm an fairly untalented fuck.
He's not.
I can't rap.
No,
I can't sing.
You're right.
I've no beats, but I have words.
You got beats now.
We've got the boys on fucking top here. So
He's the Belfast Bounce Boy.
watch out, Belfast, the Belfast Batman's going to be coming at you. So
Belfast Batman, Belfast Grime.
it was meant to be. Like, it was meant to be. So yeah, like I'm up for whatever. Like,
Yeah,
pretty much.
exactly.
And rumor has it you called me bald. So
Like that, mate.
there
I
may-
actually was like, I can see you on the PED.
yeah, and
You
like
can't rhyme with me.
Some
You're
people
not some
say-
man. I can cook a fry in your hand.
like you went on fucking Stephen Nolan, sure, and I fucked him out, and your wee mate there's wearing his mask because he looks like a trout.
He saw me this morning, it was fucking
But
He saw me this morning, it was fucking
legend.
absolutely mad. So it was mad.
So Andy, you're fucked.
Yeah, so I wasn't even part of this beef, but I just like beef, to be honest. So I have interjected myself in this, you skinny wee motherfucker.
You're fucked, like,
And me,
back now.
Belfast Batman, Belfast Grime Man are coming for your jugular, son. in a lyrical sense, you're not going to know what's hit you. That's going to come from all directions.
Don't twerking in your bedroom either.
And big fucking John
Fucking dear
Quake.
mum.
Big John Quake's going to make an earthquake of a fucking beat.
She's
Oh, you're
saying,
not-
See, got bars,
Aye,
man.
you're-
Big John Quake gonna make an earthquake.
That's it. Just in it. You're not even understanding what's coming at you here, folks. Fuck me.
Andy, you're fucked.
But here, less about me, more about you guys. The podcast's on you. I wouldn't want to have to destroy you, obviously, with my lyrics, so I'll peel off.
I can't rap for
Thanks,
shit.
You know,
Thank you, bro.
I'll let you off with it for
I
now.
can't rap for shit.
Do you know what I want to ask? A very, very serious question. Did you think tonight, today, or whatever the fucking time is, we're on the book
It's like
fast for
8:10,
quite. It
we got-
was after 5 o'clock, so it's now acceptable. I have been on the book fast. Did you think it was all going to kick off, or why you wearing the badge?
Did I think it was all going to kick off? I come in here wearing a fucking neck brace already.
I think it had already kicked off, for fuck's sake. So, the fucking Bounce Bros, where's your next gig?
Oh yes, bro. We're doing the back. You're invited if you want to come, bro.
Comments?
Big deal with this. This is for suicide prevention. So it's organised by J Law. Big shout out to Jay.
From
Shout out
Jay's
to Jay.
Barbers?
No. Shout out Jay from J Barbers.
Yeah,
too.
class guy.
I just wanted to get my hair cut.
But that is that the 12th?
Is that another dig, mate? Is that another dig?
Yes.
That's right.
Stone cold up. Instead of beers, you got the 2 bottles of buckets.
I'm 100% sure. I think it's the 12th. It's a
It's the
Friday
12th of
night.
September.
Tickets so G-Lister will have the tickets up soon.
12th September in the Botanic Inns.
But there's massive DJs
We're
coming.
headlining. Thank you, by the way, to Jay for giving us the opportunity to headline the show. We're on a peak time, so
It's like, sure, it's like everything else. I think a lot, like even music-wise, people should start supporting local. Some of the local music around here is phenomenal.
Do you know
like.
what I notice? See, if you're a musician and you're trying to make something of your life, it's the strangers who like your music. It's not actually the closest people to you.
Truest set I've ever
The
heard.
closest people to you won't share your shit until it's viral. Like I have people
They'll appreciate it.
they don't share it till it's viral, and then you're getting a million views. They're like,
Everyone loves you on the way up,
yeah,
and they
bro.
hate you when you get
yeah.
there.
And then, how I learned that was because I blew up during COVID, And then when I lost my page, it was just like, who's Belfast Grime Man?
Like,
He's not.
Our close family will always like and share stuff.
Our close family,
But
but
see people extended from that.
But that's how, you know, whatever, like after 2020, I sort of reevaluated life and cut so many people off who were just leeches.
Draining you.
well, see what you
Energy
said there,
vampires.
Leeches, our new rap, we could actually put it on.
Yeah, that'd be
I
really
actually said it, like, I don't like them fake tubes. No cunts leeching off me. You know,
That's
you know,
half
that's fucking dreams.
John Quake and the only driller is me.
You know how that rap came about? I said, I had a weird fucking dream last night, mate.
Yeah, you did.
I just had a fucking dream that I just got leeches in my arm and then I was pulling them off or just kept coming back. And I was like, that's a fucking saying. Like, is that, like, that's a saying.
There's a second part
See,
of
like, everybody has an agenda, but it's whether or not, like, you're open and
You're
honest
true,
with that
you're
agenda.
true,
you
you're
know.
true to yourself.
I contacted you on Facebook, obviously, for additional promotion for the fucking Babcast and for Belfast.
And that's why I was so interested in doing it. You're fucking such a nice guy. But then I get people who's like drunk, 5 a.m, sending me fucking blah 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 raps, calling me crap. They're trying to get
Sign me up,
No, they're not even signing me up. They're trying to like they're trying to get me to bite.
Yeah.
They're saying you're the shittest rapper and I'm better and all that. And I like try and say, it's like jealousy doesn't get you anywhere.
Plus, the most beautiful thing is just leaving them people
Just
in
coaching.
insignificance.
Like Andy hates that. Like
because
Andy put so much stuff up about me. Like
the effort they've put into that is beautiful. Like the effort that some people have went to like,
that's a
threaten
you know what
me and
makes me
stuff is
think?
that
beautiful.
guy sitting fucking in his bedroom thinking about
Red
me.
flag.
You know what makes me think? It's 5 o'clock in the morning. He's pissed a tent in her head that woke him up.
So, whenever you guys are like making a track together, like how much do you contribute to music and how much do you
So I
contribute
actually
to
produce now. He's learnt me to produce the beats. So me and him will actually produce
Together?
together.
Yeah.
We produce the beat together.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we're writing the lyrics, I'd be like, Ryan, what do you think of that? What do you think of this? What do you think of that? So it's all...
Do you know what's really mad? See the synergy between us and the studio? We were writing that new song the other night, and there was a part of the track that was a bit empty, right? And I started fucking humming the melody, and he started humming it at the
Me
same
and him
time.
started...
Fucking melody.
We thought the exact same melody at the same time, just because of the chord progression
That's,
of the track. And was just...
to become one Spice Girls type stuff?
It's not
as big fucking
Space Boys.
Space Boys. But like that last song that just released, the Shankel one, like that highlights something very significant for me, and I'm in no way fucking sectarian because I haven't attended the 12th since it was made go. I just think it's bollocks, to be perfectly honest. I don't like. It seems like one side in this country is allowed to celebrate their culture and the other one isn't, and like that song's fantastic, and I'd love to promote it because there's nothing sectarian about it.
That's see what you said. That's what it says. Isn't it? The song is not sectarian.
It's not, but it's not.
And see if you go and look at the comments on that there. See the comments from all sides of the community. People are.
Oh, I mean, there's people going. I'm from the Falls.
It's the
I have
beat,
this tune philosophy. The thing
And
is,
even the words.
We actually did a video when we said, if you like the song that much and you are from the other side of the community, change the words to your own road. You know, change it up.
My mate Limbo Slides, one of my best friends, he had said to me, like, a few people had said to him, like, what are you doing the Shackle song? What you do done this Rangers and Celtic? Him had said to me, all you done is make a song about where you're from.
Yeah.
There's not a sectarian.
So, like, taking music out of it. So, like, I remember years ago an interview on, it's like fucking Donald McIntyre or something, Johnny Adair's done, where he said, like, if he had been born in the Falls, he would
100 yards down the road.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
down the road.
Why? Like, it's just the same as with a beard and a wee bit of a fucking insert in the shoe. I'm not quite as psychotic. Well, I may be.
Well, we've seen you prior to this podcast, but don't know.
I've actually better tattoos on them too, just to be fair. Like, and sponsored by Buckfast. But like that, there was non-sectarian in that song. All you're doing is appreciating your culture and where you're from, and like. We have a shared culture now, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And people are seeing it more and more because we've been flooded with people who don't share our ideals, etc. And now people are realising, like, hold on here, wait a minute. Like, there's not really a great deal separating us, do you know what I mean?
Well, there's been rainbow slice last year, Craigie Hill Bonfire, 50,000 people at that.
Yeah.
And we wrapped that on a big, massive stage and a Rangers and Celtic tap.
Crowd loved it.
Not a bit of. So I got down and I said to the big lady in Maxwell, is Lambo here? And one of them turned around and goes, I think he's running about there. And somebody was running about the Celtic tap.
Well, there's
I
a myth.
phoned Liam and Liam's like, I'm not there yet. So were people already at that bonfire in Celtic taps because they knew he was coming to do that in the Celtic tap.
There's a myth that all Protestants are loyalists and all loyalists are racist. And
I ain't a loyalist, like, because I'm not, like, see,
you're born where you're fucking born.
I'm just
you?
a person from the Shackle, I'm me, but I'm not loyal to them.
I'm going to come back to something you said there. I'm going to come back to something you said there.
I don't follow.
You are born where you're born, you can't help it.
No, you can't. It's post-school lottery.
To be honest, I don't follow royal family shit at all.
Sure,
like, to be honest, people are shit. Media eyes change and all. Something brothers and babies. But yeah, I'm a Protestant from the Shackle, and that's where I was born, and that's a place I love, and I think there's nothing wrong with me making a tune about the place where I'm from.
It's beautiful for you to make a tune about where you're from.
I love Rangers. I love Rangers, and
love Rangers.
Big Rangers. And that's where the song blew up.
Must have been a painful few years. 4 years a while back then. I don't even understand football.
55, like, that was a good year. But the thing is that song blew up that much. We have Rangers News on to us. We've got Oswald's Bar. We're gig at Oswald's Bar. It's beside Ibrox, and we have to do a podcast with Rangers News. I got contacted about me and him and about playing the song in Ibrox.
That's class, man.
And I think it's the bit where it goes, Maggie wheels games on the skins. Where are Rangers tops? And it's just
walking down the Ballygo.
The problem is, and it's the same with anything in life, you don't agree with everyone and everything. Religion's the same, sexuality's the same. It doesn't have to be a violent conflict. It's just like, we're different and move along.
I think now that Protestants and Catholics are starting to get together, now they've made it left wing, right wing.
Yeah.
There's protests with Protestants and Catholics out on that side, and protests with Protestant Catholic out on that side. It's not a Protestant Catholic thing.
But here's the thing.
It's either right wing or left wing.
There's very, and I think that's why there's more, that there is a sort of stigma that Protestants could get labelled like racist, etc., because there's not very many left-wing Protestants.
Yeah.
They're all very much like.
See, I consider my politics centred.
Well, politics can be centred,
I'm more conservative.
But when it comes to like conservative things like family, abortion, sexuality, all the big issues that leftists just love and have wet dreams about, where like most people are just kind of like.
In the land of orange.
Fucking gingers, right? Do they have souls?
Oh dear.
Tune in next week. But I think, like, sectarianism is kind of a myth these days. The ones who were sectarian have kind of been and gone, or else we know who they are. This generation, our generation, couldn't give a fuck. You're not my generation, obviously you're older than me, Grandma.
Oh, mate.
Me and John here are fucking in our prime.
These wee kids.
That's scummy.
Oh, man.
Serious question.
This was back at a brand new rap.
Seeing you brought up kids, now this is not going to a dark place, but how many 10-year-olds do you think you could take on before you get overwhelmed in a fight?
In a fight? Oh, fuck. My son's fucking 8, he'd knock my cunt in. My son doesn't.
Like, come on, be serious. Back in the corner.
See, my son has had 6 fights. No, 4 fights. Wrong, 6.
What's his position training as?
Boxing. And he is phenomenal. Anytime he fought someone of size and weight, he was phenomenal. But I've trained him from he's 3.
Yeah.
So, like, when he was in the ring, the kids were just swinging digs, and my wee lad is slipping and rolling and boxing, and he hasn't been able to train. He can train, I still train him, but I can't have him in the sparring because he had a motorbike accident.
How old is your kid?
He's 8 now, but he had a motorbike accident last year, and he broke his jaw, and a big slice here. But obviously the kid will grow back stronger, but I'm just going to wait for a while before he's getting hit. But he's 9. I've been into like Muay Thai and karate.
MMA
My
stuff.
friend Pinky, good shout out to Pinky, right? We were having a drink on the White Rock day. I said to Pinky, I says, let him hit you, like, because Pinky was coming over to him, he was going, I done jiu-jitsu and all this and all. Pinky, let him hit you leg kick. Pinky was going, go ahead, and all my brother Colin was, don't. And I go, Pinky was going, go ahead. And I wee man cracked him just up above the knee with a leg kick. Bottled him, he couldn't walk all day. And I said to my son Jack, I said, that wasn't full force. He goes, that man hurt him down because he's a big man, see him, and he takes the top off, his muscles are popping. It's his genetics, mate.
Did you not say it's important to get kids in the sport or something?
Big time. Too much screen time for kids now. That's why I see my son Jack, he's a boy, like he does fishing. I do a wee bit of fishing, and he comes out.
Kids to be parented.
Yeah, my son's been able to cast fishing rods on his own. He's 5. Like I take him fishing, and I'll stand over there. I would go up to all the dams and a wee bit of sea fishing, but I'd stand there, he'd be there. He just fishes away on his own.
That's times you'll never forget either.
You know, and I'd rather do that with my son rather than play games. Don't get me wrong, he loves Fortnite and all, but my son Ali, he's real gamer, and I'm trying to get him out more, you know, but
get very into yourself.
He's really into gaming, mate, and he loves it, but I'm like, seeing him like trying to turn the game off and all, he's hate you, daddy, and all.
But you've seen me playing the
Screen rates.
Coming 40, you've seen me playing the fucking Xbox.
See my son Ali plays Xbox as good as adults, mate. He probably should be. See Call of Duty and all, like he's like I
fucking 360
I try 1v1 in Call of Duty, and I'm like,
fingers don't move fast
I'm
enough.
like, what the fuck is that man fucking destroying me?
You don't see a fucking spawn.
So,
as soon as the spawn bang,
bringing it back to banging here, not to be rude, you told me earlier on, John, that you suffered from a bit of depression a couple of years ago.
Yes, I probably suffered with, I'll be honest with you, I've probably suffered with depression all my life. So what's helping you cope, or how have you got out of it, or what? Music, mate, if I'm being honest with you, and music's been a big part of my life. It's about 80% of my life.
Okay.
You know, everything I do is always oriented at music. When I'm driving in the car, if I'm out with him, just having a wee bit deal, or if I call up to see him, any sound, anything that comes into my head, I'll always run ideas past him too, like, you know, make this. But I did, and I still do suffer with depression. And I'm going to be honest here, I think people who have an artistical mind generally suffer with it a lot more. So they do. And if you look at all the big comedians like Robin Williams, who
you need emotional intelligence,
went down there, it's a way to express yourself. And the same comedians, the reason why they become comedians is because of how they feel on the other side.
I feel like depression. If you have depression, people say go to the doctors. You need to help the doctors.
Doctors
go to the doctors. Don't they say?
Yourself.
I'm going to kill myself. And the doctor's like, go for a walk. Yeah. You've got something. Take these tablets. I think see these tablets. Put it this way. I've got friends, right? When we were young teenagers, they were bright, they were active, they could have fucking cleaned the lamppost, right?
Giving buns, giving fucking.
They've went down to the doctors one day, and they've been told, they probably went, I'm suicidal. Take these. See, now these boys are walking up and down the zombie.
The NHS is scary because
it's scary, mate, because I looked at them and I'm like, that guy used to smoke me in school at races, and now he can't even walk.
But you see, the problem with depression is it comes with other things like anxiety. He'll tell you when I like with anxiety.
Oh, I get anxiety too, yeah.
But even though we know what to do when we go on stage, we still get it.
Yeah.
We still see 5 minutes before we go on.
It wouldn't be natural, and it wouldn't be like. I think like that's clear then why you are authentic, because it's still very much it's important to you. You know what I mean?
We talk about it every 5 minutes before we do anything. You know, right?
I think depression.
You're breathing, to get yourself out there, you know.
But depression for me, like I've suffered what would be called depression, but as I was saying to you earlier, like I think a lot of it is to do with like how you're living, you know what I mean? It's almost like the consequences of your stupid decisions.
Exactly.
Like you're drinking all the time.
Yeah, but if you change, I heard on like Andrew Tate, I know he's a it's a tough subject.
He does speak some sense.
He does, mate. He says about depression, he says, like if you're depressed, it's obviously your lifestyle. You need to change. Like if you're depressed, go to the gym. He says he had a guy saying he's wanting to kill himself and all, and Andrew Tate said to him, get a 6-pack. go and get a six-pack.
Not of beer,
Not
but
beer.
an
He
actual
said,
six-pack.
get a six-pack. And the guy went, he trained, he got a six-pack. And he's like, mate, I feel so happy. He's like, you get depressed, mate, and you lose your...
Well, you have two choices. So like you both lost your mum, right?
Yeah.
So you could have, well, poor me, I ain't gonna fucking, whatever. But you just turned it to a positive, right?
Yeah.
You lost your nephew, you done the same again. And maybe like what you were saying, like artists definitely do have that. There's like a lot of myths. There's a saying like a poet on payday. They're all artists are lunatics, basically.
It's almost like your artistic impression is your way to release that depression.
Yeah,
sure. That's your release form. Better than any medication.
The thing is that I think how we do so good. A lot of people now, rappers and stuff, are just like, I'm going to be famous.
Yeah.
They don't care if their music sounds. They'll get their music sound shit just so people like. In the comments, they probably listen and go, shit. Hello, we can name a guy that does shit. He's not a musician, he just wants to be famous and sing, right? You just want to be seen. But the thing is, I make music, to be honest, mate, the whole 2 years I had stopped posting on social media now. I didn't stop making music, mate. I got about 100 songs from that time, and they're amazing. But I didn't write them to be like, I want everyone to hear it. That's
class.
I made them for me, and I was going to start posting them. I was like, nah, because at that time I made them for me. They're for me. Maybe I'll put them out, but it's like people think that it's all about the shine and this and that. That's not how you get somewhere. I love music. I make music because I love it.
I want to give him a bit of credit about something here because he knows I took an 8-month stop from music, and it wasn't until he came down to me and says to me, "Come on, try and do something." And that was during the back end. That was during the back end of me in a really bad depressive state. And
we'd stopped making music.
He gave me such a kick up the fucking arse. Stop fucking wallowing, Ran.
That's no wonder you just call yourself the best bros, do you know what I mean? Like you do need somebody to, hold you to account.
Well, he did that for me.
That's a proper friend,
Belfast, so we've created a whole new genre of music. What's it called?
Genre. He just called it genre music. Not scene music.
It's like your mama, what did you call her, the cook girl? Here's what, I'm going to pop this in the microwave.
We've made a whole new style of music, which is called hard bounce.
Yep.
And we've got trance, there's hard, there's all this, and there's bounce music.
And we test run this the other night.
We have
fucking blew the door.
The sound system in the place, I was like, turn that down. But the sound system was like, but we've made a new, so what we're making is a bounce layer. We've used bounce sounds, big bouncy bass line. We'll use tactics, fucking everything.
We are changing the how bass line progressions are made, and we're doing something completely unique. And it's bringing a different variation to what you wouldn't expect to what you would expect.
And it sounds amazing.
And you're like, whoa, the fuck would I just hear that?
Like, for a start, you didn't really expect to hear rap over trance music?
I was told years ago you can never rap in trance, mate. Loads of people. And when I was told that, I went and made the tune. If you've ever heard of Hello Wee Darling, You're So Important. Old trance beats in the 90s. Fuck, it was the tune of the summer. It went everywhere. So it went everywhere. And I was like, you fucking can. There's like.
So where can people like actually pay money for your music? Because like I am all about local, right? So I know you're not like fucking pompous and wanting money or whatever, but like you're putting a lot of time, a lot of effort into your craft. So
your byproducts, deal stuff.
So like
we love the music.
You obviously, and that's why you'll always succeed. But there should be a revenue stream coming in.
I'm glad you brought that up. So people do that too quick. So people start making music when they're not really seeing it, and they start trying to sell their music, and people be like, nah,
get this hard.
Just put it out for free until it doesn't have to be. You don't get me wrong, even when you're putting that out for free, like if you're monetized, you're getting paid, right? So the way I would look at it is, blow yourself up the fuck. Wait till there's no point doing it too quick. You never want to do something too quick. Shoot yourself in the foot. Blow yourself up.
Plus, you don't want to be owned either.
You know.
That's what I'm saying. When I was making music, I was making it for a couple of years.
You wait till you blew up, and then that's when you're like,
you know, I never thought it was actually ever any good enough. But he's absolutely correct. Put yourself out there as much as you can. Put your stuff out for free. Put it out there.
Because like there's a big Northern Ireland rap scene.
I've never bought a song in my life. I've never fucking. It's only a parent for choosing actors. I've never hit click pay.
No.
I mean, they're on YouTube for free.
I know.
You know, but there's like you maybe listen to it for free, but people still got to pay it by the
So like most artists make their money from touring. And
the gigging is
I got a set of the tour over July. Both of us. We gigged all over Northern Ireland. We had Shackleton. Like I had people. I had a whole 500-600 people, and now there was about 4,000 people at it. But with 500 or 600 people up close to the decks, it
just jumping up and down.
Following the Cash bonfire, and mate, it was one of the proudest moments of my life. I was doing the Sons of the Shackle song. You couldn't go at that. So I was doing the Sons of the Shackle song. I got to the point where I was like, I'm just going to let the crowd do it. The crowd sang it, and it was a fucking phenomenal feeling. It made me proud, mate. It made me cry. See, when shouted my mum's name, like there was like 600 people shouting Maggie Wheel's name's on the sketch.
Could you imagine that? Putting your mother's name on a song, and then shouting Maggie Wheel's.
And my mum was a fucking my mum was. She loved it, like the 12th and all. So it made me proud. Like she loved it. She's an Ulster girl.
So, if I was to put you on the spot here,
oh shit,
motherfucker. Just give you a random subject to rap about.
Oh dear.
For like a few bars, would that be doable?
What would it be?
Bops.
Yo, I like the Belfast bop. Hell fast, bro, I'm coming in fast. Sitting with John Quake, he's class. Sitting with the main man, Belfast bop. Yeah, and we don't fucking care because this game's not fair. Yeah, trap rappers like a snare. Yeah. Cut off the hair like the guy over there.
Hold on. There's no need to get lost in it. I am following challenged. I didn't choose this life. This life chose me. The balls come out.
The guy,
what a bastard. And honestly,
I wouldn't read the song here.
Honestly, you were feeling that the whole time. You've been here.
You're going to laugh like fuck here. I Rangers song, right? I was drunk as a motherfucker when I was writing it, right? And I thought this was a good bar and all. I was like, this is class. And this game you do that for. It was like a team was formed in Scotland in the land of orange hair. And I was like, what the fuck did I write?
I
was in his house, me and his dad here fucking died.
I was picturing the eyebrow singing that now. Like, nah, man, shut up, boys.
The land of orange hair.
But here, self-awareness is a good thing. At least you were able to fucking go here now.
No, me and his dad can't say
a lot of stuff sounds fantastic. Like, I started a podcast because of Buckfast. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things sounds amazing on alcohol. A lot of ideas. You know what I mean?
It's alcohol free.
Yeah, so is a Buckfast. So next gig is on the 12th of September.
14th. It's a Friday. Check
and the Botanic Ends.
I think it's the 12th.
Is it online? Announced?
Oh yeah, it's online. Yeah. You can go on site now. Yeah, there's some amazing DJs are coming from all over the island of Ireland. They're coming all over the place. Make sure that the Lisa Verder as well is coming up, who actually looks after Biggest Disco and stuff like that. Biggest Disco. So
get us on, Lisa.
Biggest Disco next year. But no, there's some amazing talent and local talent.
That's the best thing though. Like, you're producing the beats, you're doing the lyrics. It's all from here. That's class, you know. And if we could just get like a decent rapey record label over here, that'd be great.
Yeah, and that's what the thing is. Over here, there's nobody putting. See, in England and all, there's loads of managers that's seeing the likes of like myself and you, like rappers, and they're like, over in England, there's people there that's going, right, this guy's great. This guy could make a bit of money. He can make us. There's nobody over here putting their money into it. Everyone's independent, and like there's labels here for rap, but I've been asked to join a label before, and when I spoke to the guy, he was like, so I googled it and fucking put a bit of research, and I was like, so if I sang a song to you, I was going to sing one song to him. I was like, what if I want to sing a song to a different label? And he was like, oh, but it'll always come on his label, so he would own my name. See, if I was an idiot.
360 degree contracts.
I just jumped and just went, no problem. See, till this day, anything I released would have been on his label.
Can I say something about that? See, when you're releasing music on trans labels, because I've tracks on fucking loads of labels and big labels. They don't work like that. You can release your trans tracks to any label, unless a big label comes in and goes, we want to sign you as an artist.
But like, there's a big difference between a beat and a voice.
Yeah, that's true. 12th of September. 12th of September.
So 12th of September, Botanic Inns, Bounce Bros will be fucking sharing the bouncy. Now, the contracts for musicians are like 360, they own everything. So they own your name, they own your rights. If you wrote a book, they would own that.
I'd rather be independent. Of course, I think it's better. Like, people are...
Underground still works.
For trance over here, yes, you want to fucking get their label, because you can get some smashing labels maybe where your life's won't change in one payment. But with rap, it's not big enough over here yet to send your music to a label. You could make your own fucking label.
Yeah, you could.
I could make a fucking label.
I did make a record.
You did, exactly.
And that's Bad Boy Records, not Bad Boy. Not Bad Boy, that's a guy that likes, he likes baby lotion. Bap Boy Records.
None of that P. Diddy shit.
Yes, no lads.
It's not baby oil around here.
Only vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil. And sausages.
Or soybean.
And we
soy boys.
Like, we don't like the sausages, we're more the bacon. Bacon's.
You know, music production's it takes a lot of work, takes a lot of effort. Do you guys work as well?
I do. I'm full time with music at the minute, mate. I'm monetized everything.
That's class.
I do wee bit of things in the shade, but I don't really see if I work. I can't do. That's why I stopped, because I can't put so much time into my. I want to have full time into my music.
I think.
I'm virgin on that now. See
that? That's the choice you need to make. That's what most people are scared to do. That. People are working their ass off, and they're only getting the maybe 1 or 2 days to be able to write their music, but they may have kids, so that 1 or 2 days have to put that in their kids, and they're not getting the time to put the music. I think you get to a certain level, work until you get to a certain level, and you might lose a lot of fucking coin like doing this for a while, but you need to fucking just cut it off and if you want to do music, what you want to do music, it's full time.
Anything in life.
I have no kids myself, so I have loads of time after work.
To do that.
You know, but
so without revealing obviously your true identity, what sort of work do you do?
Me, I work with BT on recruitment.
Okay.
That's what I do.
And, he's done so much. He's a smart.
That sounds like quite a soul destroying.
No. I was talking to you about this earlier. I'm not mentioning the company's name. But
and call centres.
And also,
it's hybrid. Oh fuck me.
And he's like a soul destroyer. He's fucking on the shit while he's.
He's on
taking fucking calls and taking a crap.
So, what's the next move? Obviously, like, you're a very good duo and both very talented together. But the Bounce Bros need an album. Yes.
We're working on a new track at the minute. It's Boys. There's a part 2 that's sort of Sons of the Shangle, I'll say.
Yeah.
So that's coming. Class. Be prepared.
So we're making that one.
We're
also going to Scotland, so we want to try and make this.
What date said? What date is going to that bar?
We haven't got the date yet, but we're hoping maybe 1st of November. Hopefully.
And lads, the most obviously contentious issue in this country is always fucking tags and hums, isn't it? So none of us are about that.
No.
Never have.
Like most of my, not joking, like most of my fucking good friends, like what I do through music,
most same fucking people aren't like that.
All my friends, like I have my best friend are Celtic, man, like, and I would keep them going on and be like, I see you're going to be a problem in 12, I'm going to have you on the Rangers top, and we have banter.
But that's what made this country.
But I think that's why the government is doing the shit that's happening now. Protestants and Catholics are starting to get along, and so their jobs are built on conflict. Sinn Féin do all that. all that is built on conflict. See, if there was peace in this country, they don't have a job. What's the reason for their job? What are they going to do? Just sit there?
I think you should be allowed to have culture.
Have you not noticed this though?
I think you should be allowed to have culture.
Have you not noticed as it's coming up till like the 11th and the 12th of July and coming up to the 12th in August and all? That's when it'll all be all over social media. It'll be like, the Catholics want the street signs and the Protestants want to be able to have their cars painted. It's like, why is this all over my newsfeed? Because I haven't heard no cunt saying this. It's saying this.
But that's like watching BBC News and like you'll see like a load of locals down south or say something marching against immigrants who have moved into like the town overnight. They're being in no way violent or anything else, and it'll be framed as right-wing racists in Ireland, and it's like, no, they're concerned citizens, and there's a difference. You know, it's okay to notice patterns. It's okay to go right. My town's demographic has changed in a number of years here. I feel like a stranger in my own town. It's like, it's okay to see these things.
100%, mate. That's the thing now. See, back in the day, in our parents type of day, people just said what they wanted to fucking say. Like, people just spoke. But I think nowadays everyone's just worried about what to say next.
But you know the beautiful thing is, people have stopped giving a fuck now. Because
they're actually changing computer terms. Like I was watching something today.
I was on porn last night. Had to verify as you
I did.
So did I.
I'll give you an example. So I'm really into my computers and all that, right? So in your computer you have the slave master drive.
Sláinte Makara
is right.
So you have a thing called the slave master drive.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to use that term anymore. But it's been called that from the 80s. It was created by Microsoft. And yet there's a good guy called Taro, big shout out to Taro, who is actually bringing this to the forefront. These are computer terms, God's
yeah, the most unoffended people by those things are black people. They're like why are you watching yourself around? You know, do you know what I mean? Like, it's racist, I think, almost to like be so like nervous or what you're saying around the person because
I have a lot of black friends
they're just people. They're just people. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
I have a lot of black friends. It's fucking the best guys.
Well, we both have fucking biracial kids. Do you know what I mean? So like,
have
half Indian.
He said, my daughter's half Indian. I was like, yo, my two sons are half Indian.
So there you go. So there's definitely no racism here.
But like, boxing. I'm not joking, man. He's lightning fast. I'm like, you got the jeans, little man. He's like, you got them jeans. He wants to see a fucking speed of him, mate. He's like,
Northern Ireland has always been banter. You know, when we were murdering each other and blowing each other up, like
for 40 fucking years for nothing.
The humour was always
shoot each other and then swap guns.
Aye, the humour was always and like dictate who's selling where and what territories. But like all the banter has always been like taking the piss. So we don't take ourselves too seriously, and I think that's a beautiful thing about this country. And
even back then when that was all going on, we didn't take ourselves too seriously.
No, and that's what I'm saying. And like, you know what I mean? You guys clearly don't take yourselves too seriously. We had a laugh from the minute you walked through the door today.
Good crack.
Good
fun. Right. We got this guy down to the studio. I'm telling you, fuck, mate.
Yeah.
You think, mate, I got my big bro here. He's going to just.
And if I can't do it lyrically, I'm coming after you physically, big son.
We're going to do it. He's going to do it on me.
I'm just going to talk to you. Just going to
whisper into your ear.
Yeah, as you sleep. Hello, Hemsy. Are you sleeping well, big son? But God love me, he tries to give him candy and all.
I got a better name for you. I call you Uncle Candy. Don't take the candy, little kids that he tries to hand you. Because he's a weird dude. He's a mad one. He's the type to get his kids to call him Dad, Mum.
I think the maddest thing about him is he thinks that he's good.
Love you.
Like,
is your mommy?
It's like watching delusion in a video. It's like ultimate delusion. It's like,
mate, he's all over.
People are
every day.
The one that got me was, I'm just a wee boy from North Town.
What? That's not Ramsey. On that feather masker.
Put himself out there, but come on, man.
No, look, you have to. Yes, you get.
You know what I don't like about him? See, for years he was stopping me. You're the best. You're the goat. I love your music, all this and all that. And then it came out about the way he was, right? And just for banter on his leg, mate. It was during all that P. Diddy stuff, right? I was on his live, and I called him E Diddy. Right? I called him E Diddy cracker.
And it's fantastic.
And see now when you go on his live, all you see is 1,000 people writing E Diddy, E Diddy, E
I hate you too, like.
E Diddy, E Diddy, E Diddy. And I was like, but no, why I called him E Diddy? Let me tell you why. I wouldn't even have did it. I was watching his live, right? And someone, like everyone, he just takes everything dead serious and bites at everyone, writes everything. And someone wrote, Belfast Grime Man's better than you. I didn't even write nothing to him. Someone wrote, Belfast Grime Man's better than you. And he just started doing a rap. Like he done a rap, and he was saying, I'm sorry, I've got no hair and all.
He's a bit touchy, isn't he?
And he was rapping and slobbering, doing a full like diss track thing. It was hilarious. It's on my old phone. I'll send you
It's
later.
the most awkward sounding thing.
He started rapping about me and I didn't even write anything. It was someone else who Belfast Grime Man's better. And on the live, he started fucking rapping against me. And I just ripped, calm down, E Diddy. And that was all I done after. Like he was the one that...
The first time I found out about him.
He didn't start that, did he?
And then he started texting me going, this rap beef.
Why would you start a rap beef with Emsy?
And I don't know. He was like, this rap beef would be good for the both of us and all. And I was like, I've never. It's like, mate, it would not be good for him. See if I was on rap against him.
Surely you would just rather have a beef if you have a beef or not
just
have a beef.
Just punch a foot out of him.
Do you know what I mean? Either have a beef or you don't. Like, I'm not going to start manufacturing.
I done this day at work. I made a fucking wanted rap beef. I just sent him a voice note back. I was like, mate, I said, see the problem? I said, I'm not doing all this hip hop, American, gangster, shoot, drive by, shoot shit. I said, I'll wait to your next gig in Belfast and punch a foot out of you.
Here, what about that Gimp that commented under the Facebook post last night? I don't like those people that do that black music shit.
He switched because he must have listened to the song of Shackle and he switched. He said that. This guy, mate. This guy, because he was like Belfast Grime Man and John Quake's coming on to the podcast.
Some guy
because I'm a rapper, he was like, can't stand. He's obviously a racist fucking.
He was wearing a Confederate flag T-shirt and a Confederate flag hat.
Get the
living in Belfast. Living in Belfast.
Living in Confederate flag. Like people with him to be black.
A black shit.
Hip hop music.
Let's say a black shit because he has black and then a shithead symbol.
Like hip hop.
If he's got the Confederate flag, he's obviously fucking racist.
Yeah. It's universal.
About, like colours of skin, like.
Right.
But you see the Confederate flag.
If we're going to get that racist, like, if he understood where most music stemmed from, then he couldn't listen to anything. Like most music is from the black culture.
Black
so
people have fucking rhythm. Guys have rhythm. Man, black people have rhythm, and that's
what is wrong.
And like, there's Eminem is the top selling hip hop artist of all time. He's white,
and he's
black people say that. They'll be like, some of them hate him for it, and then some of them just be like, look, it's not a
what happened to Eminem? Like, let's talk about that. He used to be like. He still has edgy lyrics now, but he's just such a gimp.
He's very controversial.
He was controversial 15 years ago.
He was controversial 15 years ago, and it was okay.
No, but he was controversial in a different way. See now, I think most famous fucking superstars are butt.
Yeah.
He has to say shit or you're losing everything you've got.
You'd almost feel
but see back and see the old Slim Shady. That's the type of shit you like. That motherfucker just said what he wanted on the mic.
Can I just say something?
Yes, of course you can.
It feels like they've all been sat down at a fucking table and told, sing your soul away.
Yeah, isn't it?
I think they have, genuinely. Like,
sing your soul away.
And that's
what it feels like.
That's a good segue. So I genuinely believe that the music industry as a whole is satanic.
It's fucking right, it is.
And I believe that if you actually want to be famous, then you need to forego your soul.
Or be independent.
And do it by yourself. But there'll be a ceiling. There'll be a ceiling.
Independent, they can only get so big.
Yes, there's
they never get to that superstar. They're famous, right? They'll be famous, they'll get noticed, but they'll not get to that superstar level where they're playing fucking
I'll say it.
Tomorrowland.
See, until you're running about doing that triangle thing, you're getting fucking
watch it.
Plus, like, the whole Jeffrey Epstein, the whole P. Diddy thing, all these people I think are sexually or some way compromised where they are held to like ransom. We can do, like, if you don't do this,
P. Diddy was getting people in, drugging them, bombing them, getting it all camera.
Yeah. Oh,
and then, I mean, it's a Saxion thing, is Jeffrey Epstein.
Allegedly.
It's a Saxion, not allegedly. Motherfucker.
Can I just bring something up?
And he has so much, that's why he got away with it. See, did not see the last P. Diddy got away with all that.
Pretty much, he's getting...
Listen, he's getting away from it, right? You why? Because he's probably went, this judge, this main person, this person. I've got the USB.
What were you going to say?
I got the USB. Getting pumped, and they're like, let him out.
See, can I just say, see that we're talking about we'll bring up Trump here. Sure. The way they're talking about the way they're doing all this, Jeffrey Epstein stuff,
yeah.
Doing all that stuff. Yeah. Have you seen what your Facebook's been covered with in the last couple of days?
What?
This alien mothership that's heading towards Earth. Even Trump's talking about this.
Are you flying?
They're all fucking talking here. It came from Harvard, and they've said that this object is slowing down, heading towards Earth, and that's not normal. And all our Facebook feeds have been hit with it. Trump's come out and talking about it. The fucking French president's come out and talking about it.
That's fair.
It's to tell you from what Epstein
see, like Jeffrey Epstein, see P. Diddy, see the fucking Johnny Depp trial, see fucking UK. They're all distractions. They're all distractions. So we never, like, humans are capable of so much more. We were never meant to be stuck in cubicles working 9 to 5. We have a soul. We're connected to the earth. We're supposed to be more than what we're living.
I agree.
They don't want us to open our third eyes. So they keep us subdued as much as humanly fucking possible.
When Eve bit the apple, she closed off us ever opening our third eye. They give us a taste of intelligence.
Yep.
Our brains can do so much more than what we think.
You only use 13% of your brain.
Well, I think like
that's the truth.
There's just we're just lied to on so many levels. It's beyond.
The words are lie.
Everything that movie, doesn't it? Alive, is there awake? No, your mum puts the glasses on.
And he just
he starts seeing everything.
The one with Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
Just live or something.
Just live. I think that's what you call it.
They live.
He puts the glasses on and see advertisements for like Coca-Cola. When he puts the glasses on, it's just black and white. It says Coca-Cola.
That still today is so relevant. So many people talk about that movie.
People talk about that movie.
John Carpenter was the producer of it, the director of it, and like there is like just so much clear control. Like, look at our representatives, for example, in this country, right? Like you have Naomi Long making decisions on family, healthcare, and justice. She's a fat, over fucking mute motherfucker. Has no kids. And
I know some of those kids can't tell you.
Yeah, you know, is pro-abortion, is pro-immigration, is pro-everything that dissolves fucking Irish culture. And I call it Irish culture because it's the fucking island of Ireland. You may have a British passport, but it's fucking Ireland.
Smart man.
So suck it up and fucking eat it. But people like Naomi Long, who have no stake in the game, she's leaving fuck all behind because she's no kids, nobody would want to go near her. So why the fuck is she making legislation? Do you know what I mean? Or like, why have you got...
put a boat captain in charge of a country?
No.
He knows how to drive a boat.
Like, it's insane. It's insane.
Or put Naomi
Long's like fucking... prize moment in the last few years was unveiling a fucking gay stained glass window at the City Hall. Like, whoop-de-doo, that's your achievements for society. Like, there's homeless people on the street, you're housing migrants, you're giving homeless fuck all, and you're putting a wee stained glass window in the City Hall. Like, whoop-de-doo, love.
And you're packing your pockets
well done.
See, just on homelessness, have you walked through the town?
Horrible, mate.
Do you know if you noticed that it's all these girls, mate? See in that town? See the ones that's all like on the fucking...
Well, I'll tell you why that is.
I see girls, mate.
The heroin trade is run by, they use the girls because they're less suspected, and they're dealing the heroin in the town, and they're used and abused by the Russians and whoever else is doing it in the town. And it's absolutely fucking horrible. You see them sitting
That's who we should be worried about.
You know, and it's like, why we have enough issues within our own community without important issues, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you've yet to solve homelessness within your own community, if you've yet to solve addiction within your own community, why are you trying to like solve fucking problems in Syria, or why are you trying to, you know what I mean? Deal with your own house first.
It's all to do with it's all to do with commodity. It's all to do with oil, minerals, metals.
See, when they say there's faith in God, they don't mean our God. They mean gold, oil, drugs.
That's
The
true.
drugs are coming. The drugs in this
And by the way,
are coming.
I love what you're talking about. That spells good.
Yeah.
The drug wars of the opiate wars of China, where the British royal family was flooding China
In
with
America,
opium.
in America, the soldiers were bringing in heroin
Around
in dead
Contra.
bodies in coffins. And you ever watch
American Gangster.
American Gangster? That's true.
Well, so America had a thing called the Iran Contra. So whenever President Nixon was in, he had a whole big campaign about anti-drugs. But at the time, the CIA were flooding black neighborhoods with crack cocaine. Like just dropping, this is provable, dropping wee parcels of all.
Oh yeah, and then see in black communities,
liquor
the
store,
likes of
gun
Compton
store,
and stuff, every street
Had a
fucking landlords, man.
and a gun shop beside it.
And it's the same as here.
George Spaceborne does a good movie out there actually. He talks about
Go
that.
to England, go to anywhere else, right? You walk down a Shankill Road, mate, and there's fucking 20 bars on the fucking place.
Yeah, it's designed. It's designed.
Well, the Irish are fucking magnanimous of being idiots with drink. Like I was saying it on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, like nobody's alcoholic in this country. They just enjoy a wee drink. Just enjoy a wee drink.
Do you drink? It's like, do you drink? I can enjoy a wee drink.
It's subduing our abilities. You know what I mean? Like that, as you say, there's a fucking off license in every corner, and there's a reason for that because they want us to keep us subdued.
They never want you to be woke, mate. That's why BBC stopped working with me. I done a documentary with the BBC as well called Return to the Bonfire, right? I took them to my old bonfire down at Mount Vernon, and they goes, "What's that saying on that wall?" And I says, "You know where it?" He was like, "What's it mean?" And I goes, "Do you want me to say what KAT means?" I said, "Do you want?" And I just looked at him.
They're just wanting that sound.
I said, "Do you want me to say kill all?" And then on the documentary, cut it and make it look like I'm a fucking sectarian who said KAT.
Yeah.
I know. See, my dad, shout out my dad. Anytime they interviewed me, my dad recorded it. So if they did,
Yeah.
clip
There was an unedited version.
But here's the thing, like, you know, in that context, if you were asked to read, like, you know, they asked you what does that acronym stand for, it's not sectarian for you to go kill all pigs, because you're answering a question.
Yeah.
If somebody said,
They could have edited that.
Well, they definitely would have edited that, because they're a bunch of roots.
Why did he do that? The thing was, I was like, why did he go, what does that mean?
So,
I mean, I looked at him and I went, mate, you know exactly, it's spread everywhere in oil.
You have assholes like Nolan and the whole of the BBC in general, like, they all have this ridiculous moral high ground, but yet their company, like, fucking hid paedophiles and, like, covered up for paedophiles, and, like, it's ongoing still to this day. A newsreader just, you know,
anyone who supports anything to do with fucking paedophiles
need shot.
need done. Like, this is why like, people may hate me on the Protestant community for the way I say about the royal family, but they're like Prince Andrew, you know, like,
It's the
he
Queen.
was caught, mate, and he didn't get arrested, he just sat in the palace and couldn't get...
International
Sure,
Court.
you find out to see Jeffrey Epstein, they probably tell him.
After he had been convicted as well, he was seen walking through the park with him.
This is what I'm saying, like, and that's not just on, like, the royal family, that happens on everywhere in the world.
So power corrupts.
Any government.
Absolute power corrupts, absolutely. It's a famous saying, and if you get to that level of power, it's like, what's the next thing you want to control?
It's fucking adrenochrome.
It's disgusting.
Adrenochrome.
The drinking of kids' blood.
So adrenochrome is a thing that your body releases. So if you were getting murdered, you would get
It's adrenaline.
an adrenaline rush, right?
So
And that apparently that keeps them young.
There's another movie made about that there, about the CIA agent who went to South America.
You call that?
It's one of Mel Gibson's movie.
I've seen it.
Sound of Silence or
Sound
something.
of Silence, yeah.
If you haven't watched that, go and watch it. Don't watch it with your young ones, like, but
Sound
that's
of
a true
Silence, yeah.
story, like, and how that guy. And there's a bit of that that makes me feel like I just want to go and fight for it, you know.
It's the most.
His wife says he quits his job in a CIA position, which was a high part position, and his wife just goes, "Go and get them."
Yeah. And I think
She
like,
supports the fucker.
there's no.
It's making me emotional actually thinking about it, because it was such a
I've
hard
got
movie.
goosebumps right
Such a
now,
fucking
yeah.
hard movie to watch.
Like,
Such a hard movie to watch.
that's the first time I've been to the cinema in years, was for that film.
How did they even publicise it?
That was
It was so good under the fucking rug.
And I went with the wife, and she must have thought it was Christmas, because she never gets me to the house. We went and watched the film, and like, how, like, how could any normal thinking human being is moved by that stuff and thinks it's disgusting and would be like his wife and support that action? But then, you know, that's what separates us and them. Those who are in power are
They don't give a shit.
off. They're off the dark side,
What's
like.
their god? Gold, oil, and drugs.
Yeah.
That's when they say they fight for. You really think they're over there to be peacemakers, mate?
Well,
that land is so rich.
most people will think this is retarded, but I do fully believe the Bible, and
Fair play, bro. So
I fully believe that, you know, Jesus Christ came to the earth, died for our sins, and to give us a way back to God and to redeem ourselves. I am not a Christian. I'm an absolute.
You are a Christian?
I'm definitely not.
No, you. Right, so what?
No, so you have to ask for forgiveness. There is a
because you're
process.
drinking all doesn't mean that everyone sins, mate.
But there's,
Everyone sins.
For me to
Wearing
say-
clothes is the first sin.
for me
right?
to say I'm a Christian would be misrepresenting the word of the gospel.
But you believe.
I
That's what
believe, but you
Jesus
have to
said.
ask Jesus into your heart and ask for forgiveness. So until I do that, I'm not a Christian. So I believe.
I'll do it now. You don't need to do it in a church, mate.
No, I don't. I would never go to a church.
churches are
Church are scumbags.
Churches are
I wouldn't
corrupt.
go to a church in this land. But I fully believe the Bible. I fully believe that there's a war of good and evil going on. It's nice to see two lads who are clearly on the good side here, and you know, you have the insight. You see the royal family for what the fucking are. You know, they're nothing but corrupt bastards and rapists and fucking pedos, and you can fucking sue me if you want.
That's what music's all about. Bob Marley said it best, and trying to bring peace to the world.
Shout
That's what he
out
said.
Bob Marley.
That's what he said. And to talk about he died because of an infection in his toe. That man there was something more.
He was cancer ridden, bone cancer or something. Like I think, like
You know, when growing up, everyone always said the story where he died because he put a kilo of weed in his fire and his liver. I believed that for years, mate.
What the fucking same story?
That used to be a fucking rumor, mate, because it was like he was smoking that much.
So-
and he just
Somebody
started
told
getting fire.
I knew he was dead, but
Do you
somebody told me he was
remember
on GMTV but fucking on in 1995. I was like, holy fuck.
do you remember Soap Bar?
Soap bar was a ticket.
Yeah.
Soap
Right,
bar,
so
shout out soap bar.
first time I ever like took edibles, I went and bought adult nappies and stuff because like I was going balls deep into this. Like I took an ounce in a yogurt and a fucking
Mate,
a Yoplait yogurt.
anti-animals.
A mess. Like
That's a tough
I
run.
didn't need to use the pens and nappies, but like it was
Word
close.
to money, mate.
It was close. I was just in case.
Fucking run the boat with Jordan Belfort.
Like the world is just like this is used to be so different just growing up. Do you know what I mean? It was like that was a fun time, ridiculous time, but like now everything's just so serious. Isn't
Christmas
it?
morning, I noticed something.
Things just need to chill out.
Christmas
Just need to chill out.
See, when I was a kid and you looked out the window Christmas morning, you see them flying about motorbikes or bikes, running about, playing with their stuff. See now, you open the door Christmas morning and you get like one kid cycling around on their bike or something, and it's like
fucking
dead.
jumping
All
down the roads.
all the rest of them are VR sets on and Xbox, and you're like,
You'd almost
idiots.
think it was designed. Let's try and keep everybody in their houses.
Yeah,
That's what they're trying to do.
Let's get people good sky deals.
COVID was just to see if they could
keep
put
it.
the world on lock.
Look, COVID was the most like
It was a test.
ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. I don't watch
It was a common
TV
test.
and haven't watched TV in years, so I had no idea this thing was going on, right? And I rocked up to the Spar just on Newton Arch
He
Road.
doesn't know, like, just he doesn't know it's lockdown.
Just beside Belmont Road. I was
gotta go back.
I was thinking, all right. And then I rocked up to the Spar and there was these wee fucking stickers out saying 2 metres and all.
You're like, what
And I was
the
like, right,
fuck?
and people were standing on them.
Oh, and
And
the
I-
lane's maze.
I was just going, what the hell's going on here? And I like just done what I would usually do and down running into the shop. And then everybody said, well,
People start to cough and they ignore it.
but Joe, here's the thing, right? So
people
we're
actually fart to cover the top.
2020 to 2023, roughly that bullshit went on for. And like now we're past it. All the information has pretty much come out that it was bullshit and it was just a flu under another name. So where's the apologies, guys?
There's no
Well,
problem.
at the minute, all I know is because he'll tell you I love watching all that stuff. This the select committee in the US. They're now going to start pulling people in like
Fauci and
all
stuff,
that,
yeah. Already
And
fucking sick.
over here as well, the COVID committee. is now going to be starting in the next couple of months to start questioning
3 months ago.
Bringing Boris Johnson in and going, what was your deal? Because you were able to throw a fucking party in number 10 and people couldn't even attend their family's funerals.
Well, I was doing a legal raid.
Yes.
In the middle of that.
Anybody who was an actual human being was just continuing to be a fucking normal fucking human being at the time.
We need to shoot soon, man. To go get our stuff. We need to go get our stuff.
Yes. Do you know another thing I noticed about COVID? The amount of people who turned at each other.
Yeah.
There's 5 people in this house.
Yeah. So
Disgusting. Humanity broke fucking down.
You know what? There was more drugs in the country than there ever
you've done
was.
the government's work for them.
There
It
was
was.
more drugs in this country than I've ever seen in my life. The amount of drugs.
Do you think that was coincidence, bud?
No, that was because everyone's bored.
Let's keep them subdued. Let's keep them indoors. Let's keep them happy. Now, to bring this to a natural close, obviously you've got the gig coming up on the 12th of September. I hope you are continuing to do more collaborations. You've got an album coming out.
Get you on.
You have
an album. He's going to get onto the album for a feature.
I will do
Will you come on the album?
I'll do whatever the fuck.
Do we feature?
Good. Do naked handstands, whatever's required. But where do you see yourself? I'm not trying to get an interview here for a job, but where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully financially stable to be able to make sure my kids never go for an album.
That's all it's about.
That's the same as me. And
I have just my kids.
I have no kids and intend to hopefully have kids. But what I would like to see is we've changed things.
And change people's minds.
We've changed people's minds. Now I know that's a dangerous thing to say in any public forum because that can target you.
What do you have to say to the people out there? So just a message. So you first, John.
I'll tell you what I have, and then I can tell you what he thinks. If you have I'm gonna sound cringy here, but say if you have a fucking drink,
if your gal punch you,
and you have something in you that you know I'm here for something fucking so much more.
What?
Go and fucking do it. Put down what you're doing in your 9 to 5 life, and just go and fucking do it.
My message to the youth would be: don't be sheep and follow the crowd. Don't take that line. Don't take that drink. Don't do it. Make sure you be for yourself and elevate yourself as a human. Follow your dreams, but don't do drugs.
Yeah,
and something that I said earlier on, always compete with yourself.
Yeah.
Stay in your own fucking lane.
I think that's the important thing. A lot of people do hold themselves
to other people's regard,
to other people's standards or whatever, and that's not real because no individual is like another, and even you two as friends are two very different people, but you gel very well together. Yeah. So I mean, you can't have two of the same in this world because it would be a boring place.
Yeah, place,
and look, lads, it's been a fucking pleasure having you on.
Pleasure being here.
Big time,
guys. Nearly at. I know this sounds ridiculous, but it's only been going since the 6th of July. Nearly at 500 subscribers, so please subscribe, like, and fucking give the boys a follow on socials. Thank you very much.
Songs that left my soul on the first summer day of a cool autumn year. We'll sing our crew. The time's getting near, and we'll flicker and we'll glow. Don't tell us it's not our home. So on we go up the road. We know where to go. Shangle, it's our home. That's all we know. Singing up flags in the sky again. I think I feel alive again. Whoa. I pray the sun's gonna flow.